I have only been wanting to play the Sakura Wars series for a decade or so, and I'm happy to report that this game absolutely slams. Like, this was made with J catnip. I am so in the bag for everything going on here. While never initially released in America, Sakura Wars was a killer app first-party release for the Sega Saturn that has gone on to be one of Sega's biggest IPs. We only got a couple of these games localized in America, so it's always passed us by just how large of a deal Sakura Wars is. You play as Ensign Ichiro Ogami, freshly assigned to be the captain of the secret Imperial Combat Troop Flower Division. However, in a bit of wordplay that would probably land way better if I knew more than 12 kanji, the Imperial Combat Troop is really the Imperial Combat Troupe, a collection of stage actors doing performances in their home base of the Grand Imperial Theater. They also, might suck? While Ogami trades in his dream of military success for punching tickets, he meets with the members of the troupe. The cover girl, Sakura Shinguji, who practically comes pre-attached with a crush on you. The dramatic actress, Sumire Kanzaki, who knows how hot she is and will levy that at any given moment. The cool and calculated Maria Tachibana, a part Russian woman who is the militaristic voice of reason and level-headedness. The literal child, Iris Chateaubriand, an energetic young girl of French descent if the name didn't give it away. And as the story continues, you will meet brainy inventor Koran Lee, a Chinese-born girl catastrophe who... Oh god, do I have a type? And tomboyish karateka Kana Kirishima, aka that girl with the gif of her pumping iron until her sleeves burst that people get really horned up over. While this game would still bang if it was just a dating sim and visual novel experience of taking care of theater operations, it turns out that the Flower Division was playing with their cards close to their chest. They are actually the pilots of secret steam-powered, spirit-activated armor suits called Kobo, and are engaged in a secret war with keeping the public safe from the evil forces of the Hive of Darkness. This is the last part of Sakura Wars' big cross-genre mixture, combining dating sim, visual novel, and tactical RPG into one game, and it does so beautifully. There is a lot of time spent hanging around the Grand Imperial Theater with the Flower Division, during which you'll get opportunities to respond to different girls. This is known as the Live Interactive Picture System, or LIPS. A pretty standard choice picker with one big difference. You have a time limit. This time limit isn't standard either. During some of the more intense scenes, you'll be given much less time to make a selection. Depending on how you answer, and letting the timer run out to give no answer is still an answer, members of the Flower Division will feel better or worse about you. While this is standard fare for a dating sim, this actually bleeds into the TRPG segments. Before the Flower Division heads off to battle, you can check the status of the girls, and how well you've done with lips choices will reflect in stat bonuses or decreases for the individual girls. These are sizable changes. If their mood is high enough, they will get extra movement spaces. But don't get too excited, we're not going to talk about combat just yet. I'm going to say something kind of stupid, so just follow me here. Sakura Wars is very anime. I mean, like, duh, look at it. But what I mean is that it's been given the structure and care to come off like a broadcast production anime show. The characters have all been designed by Kosuke Fujishima, mangaka behind Ah My Goddess and future character designer of all the Tales of games. You get a sort of transformation scene when the girls are called into action, and there's even a "next time on Sakura Wars" episode bumper after missions. It's typically reductive to call something like this anime, but there is a design to the flow of the game that is made to mimic a serialized television anime. Like, once you get a couple episodes deep, that's literally what they call them, you start to realize just how much this feels more like a show than a visual novel. There is an overarching plot to the game, but most episodes are written in the style of weekly TV. A character or characters center the chapter. There's a bespoke plot that begins and ends with the episode, and it builds to the climax where everyone has to hop in their mechs and fight bad guys. Important cutscenes are done with full art instead of sprites and backgrounds. Full art that looks like it came originally from an animated scene. It reads as a truncated version or maybe even an adaptation of a weekly show in all the best ways possible. None greater than Sakura Wars' opening theme.
求め悪を蹴散らして正義を示すのだ走れ高速の帝国歌劇団うなれ衝撃の帝国歌劇団走れ高速の帝国歌劇団うなれ衝撃の帝国歌劇団
While obviously this song slams unceremoniously, it keeps showing up in the game as the motif to hinge all of the action on. The save menu bumpers between segments have the main melody. It will kick in during dramatic action sequences during the VN segments. It's fucking perfect, and every use of it is perfect too. The second those horns fire up, you're gonna be on your feet because evil has crossed the Flower Division for the last time. Again, super reductive to say something is like, you are playing an anime, but it uses all of the calling cards of weekly broadcast anime to make the presentation shine with all the sparkle that those TV shows bring. If there is one weaker link to Sakura Wars, it is the tactics RPG battles. Not that these are bad per se, but they are very obviously the third man on the totem pole in terms of importance. By volume, your time with this game will be doing visual novel and dating sim sequences and significantly less TRPGing in comparison. And that's okay, because the battles here are just a bit dry. Each character of the Flower Division has a different offensive specialty. Ogami, Sakura, and Kana are all different flavors of up-close fighters, while Maria, Iris, and Koran attack from distance with their guns, magic, and rockets respectively. Each character has a unique special attack that deals extra power, or can attack multiple targets, or works in an area of effect. These are given a bit more love in the production, and it's well worth it. The specials do a lot of the lifting to make the characters feel unique. It's the universal mechanics that make this system feel a little weird. Every character gets 2 actions per turn, meaning you can move, then attack, then move, or move and defend. While this is good, I think the issue with the combat system is that you have a rigid turn order. This makes for rough sledding when you are trying to get a character into position or put a certain combo on a healing pad when you don't have the ability to choose who goes first on your turn. That feeling of tactical control is just a little looser than what I would want. Each combo also has 3 different types of defense. You can guard against attacks, rest to fill up your special gauge, or use one of your 2 heals on you or a friend. Not having a dedicated healer and instead everyone coming attached with 2 stocks of healing is strange, and maybe it would play better if it wasn't for Ogami's unique cover ability. Ogami has a 3rd action that he can take every turn. He can cover any of the other girls. He gets 8 uses of cover. The cover will only take a stock if that person gets attacked that turn. There is no range limitation on this cover. Successfully covering a girl will boost her affection, and Ogami takes all of the attack damage and negates it to 0. This is kinda busted. It makes it real easy to send some physical bruiser into the front lines, have Ogami cover them, and then just reap the rewards with absolutely 0 downside. When you combine this with the rigid turn order, every character having access to healing, and the stupendously powerful cover ability, I think it was right that this is the smallest slice of the game. The combat system is by no means bad. This doesn't bring the game down, nor is it unenjoyable, but it does feel a little sauceless and lacking when compared to everything else. But as a full product, Sakura Wars fucking rules. I was having the time of my fucking life playing this game. The conversations, scenarios, the minigames, the little map you explore to find cutscenes, everything with maybe the exception of the combat is exceptional. It is so clear how this was a killer app for the Saturn. I would have bought a system to play this, and I would have easily played it over and over to focus on each girl throughout different playthroughs. Sakura Wars is truly excellent, and I'm over the moon that having waited ages to finally play it, it didn't disappoint.